What happens in my mind when one of my live stream guests starts getting technical about aroma chemicals? What I say to scare off Jehovah's Witnesses when they knock on my door.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And this is me after spending an hour and a half making a YouTube video and deciding that's enough work for one day.
I've worked, Dad, so I'm gonna play ad, baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today we are actually going to talk about things I hate, top 3 things I hate in the fragrance world. I'm full of hate and hate sells. So let me know what you think about that, and if you enjoy the video, please do subscribe. By the way guys, if you want to get fragrance samples in the USA, Canada or Puerto Rico, there is really only one place I would recommend, and that is myfragrancesamples.com. Link in the description. Amazing range of designer and niche scents. Very reliable service too. Okay, let's talk about hate. Things that really anger me in the fragrance world. There's quite a lot of them, actually. Let's get into the first one. The first one is the obsession with performance that some people seem to have. People always talking about how long a fragrance lasts, so-called performance of fragrances. So, people say, oh, Fico di Amalfi. By the way, lovely fig and citrus fragrance from Acqua di Parma. Really like that one. People will say, oh, it smells great, but it only lasts 2 minutes on my skin. And, it's okay to talk about the strength of a fragrance to some extent, but really, it's such a tiresome comment that I see so often in the comments on my videos or other people's or Instagram. Oh, love this one, just wish it lasted longer. And I know that that's a natural thing to think, and you would like your fragrance to maybe last longer or be stronger, but it just tires me that some people are overly focused on this, and there are some really exquisite, fantastic fragrances which inherently are citrus-focused or focus on lighter, more delicate notes, and therefore you can't expect them to be beasting out there, to be beast mode, or to last very long. And I think that it really is the ultimate, or one of the telltale signs of something of a Philistine in the fragrance world, when people are overly focused on performance in fragrance and keep going on. And also this thing where reviewers will pretend they can measure it like it's something you can measure on a scale of 1 to 10, and you can tell how many inches it projects off your skin, or how many feet, and how long it goes, how strong it is for the first hour and the first hour or two. It really is very, very subjective and very, very difficult to judge performance on fragrances. And for me, if something smells really, really good and it doesn't seem to be the strongest, I'll just spray more. I'll take a decant. Sometimes I'll just even put the darn bottle in my pocket and spray. So performance bores. They bore me and they make me very angry. I hate them. Okay, second thing I really hate in the fragrance world is that there's just too many new releases. I know it's lovely that we now live in a world where there are loads of fragrance brands, loads of choice, and we have a great community and all these people really into fragrances, but sometimes it just is a bit too much with all these niche brands now. New brands spring up. I know, I'm guilty of this myself. By the way, Norton Wilson, at the time of shooting this video, has 20% off. So if you go to our website, the link's in the description, 20% off across it, just automatically applied when you buy stuff, for 1 week only. So just a few days left as I upload this. Don't miss out. This is an amazing chance to get things like Chypre Fulminare from our amazing perfumer, John Stephen, for a stunning price. Link in the description. But, this is the problem, guys. These new niche brands spring up, or even the long-established ones. Yeah, I quite like Amouage fragrances and stuff, but there's so many bloody releases. It's just ridiculous, and it seems unnecessary. I know it's there because they're making money out of it, but it's just over the top. Back in the good old days, Dior released Eau Sauvage for Men, I think 1966. Fantastic fragrance, by the way. Then they didn't release another masculine release until 1980, 14 years later. Same Yves Saint Laurent, YSL Pour Homme 1971. I think it was another 10 years before Koros. Major fragrances were released only every 10 years or something in the old days, and they were titanic and incredible compositions. Yes, it's great that we have choice, but it's too much for me, and I can't, I look at other reviewers who are reviewing every new release and every new Roger and every new this and every new that, and pretending it's so exciting that there's a new La Mal flanker, but it's not really that exciting when there's 2 or 3 every year, or it seems like it. Maybe it's only 1 a year. I don't know. It's too much. I hate it. I hate all the new releases. I've had enough. Calm down. What was the last thing? I hate that I've forgotten the last thing. The third thing I wanted to talk about. I hate the obsessive mentality that the fragrance hobby breeds in people. There are so many weird, maladjusted people, whether actually in the industry or, particularly the ones I interact with to do with my YouTube channel, even guests on my live stream or so-called fragrance friends. It really isn't that important about fragrances in your life, man. Come on, people who just, they're obsessed with fragrances, they're buying new fragrances, they're testing new things, they have 500 fragrances, they have 300, they have 1,000 fragrances, but they're not dressing well, they're not looking after all the other important things in their life or the people close to them. It really is very unhealthy the way people become so myopically focused on this one part of their life, the fragrance hobby, and I really think that's very unhealthy. And I know you may say, well, aren't you guilty of that? Yes, but at least it's my fragrance channel and my brand and stuff, so there's some reason for me to spend this much time on it. And I have to be honest, many things about me may be unhealthy mentally, but I don't spend that much time outside of when I'm making the videos or doing something relating to a video or my job, obsessing about fragrances. I don't spend hours perusing eBay to buy fragrances or going to fragrance shops or going to Notino and ordering stuff. So I don't have that obsession, but I hate the way that it does breed obsession in people. A couple of good recommendations for you as we come to the end of summer. I really like Armani Eau Pour Homme, classic 1984 citrus aromatic, very classic, fresh, natural smelling, herbal, aromatic, a little bit of masculine ruggedness. Really recommend that one for any time of the year, but okay, yeah, it's a summery smell maybe for many people. I love Eau de Cologne from Chanel, just a classic. If you think 4711's good or you like Neroli Portofino, I think it's better than both, and it is expensive, but it's the ultimate sort of very simple Neroli, orange blossom, citrusy bergamot Eau de Cologne. And one last one, still a huge fan of Eau de Galan. Again, similar description to this, just a slightly different way of doing it. Fantastic citrus aromatic. Let me know what you think about that. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, or even if you didn't, maybe the next video will be better. It could hardly be any worse, could it? I will see you in the next one. Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. And although life many times can stink, at least we can always smell good. Bye-bye.